You prepare to go back to work. You thought about daycare, pumping, meetings, clothes, your calendar, but nobody really prepared you for what happens after work. How do you cook when you're exhausted? How do you split responsibilities? How do you spend time with your older child? How do you protect your marriage? How do you stop feeling guilty all the time? I know this because I went through the same thing myself. I work in a STEM industry and I came back to work when my baby was just 4 months old. And yeah, I learned many things the hard way, including burnout. So in this series, I want to talk about what happens at home after maternity leave and how to make this season feel sustainable. We talked about going back to work after the maternity leave in a previous series. So how did we set up the time and the whole time frame? So if we say that here you got a baby, yeah, and then you started your maternity leave, and at some point you had to go back to work. This is the time frame for the previous series when you had to go back to work, and then you had to set up the boundaries at workplace, and you had to see your new IDP and the colleagues, and how to go with your boss, and if he is not really good with you to you, so and so on. Yeah, in this series we are going to be in the same time frame, so we are still here, yeah, but this time we are not at work, we are at home. So yeah, we have, of course, after maternity leave, going to work, it's not the same, but also staying at home and coming back to home is not the same as it used to be. So this now will be focus in this series. This series will have altogether 15 episodes, and there will be really interesting from my point of view. I think this is the perfect next step, and while the previous series tackled the corporate side of the coin, this one addresses the domestic reality. When a mom goes back to work, she essentially takes on a second full-time job at 5 p.m. Yeah, and without a strict system, the mental and physical load will cause a burnout within a few months. Don't ask me how I know. Again, I was talking about that in a previous two series. I will probably talk about this even more in some of the next series, but for now, yes, I had a burnout. When you go back to work after your maternity leave, you realize that work was not actually the hardest part. Home became the hidden second shift. In the next episodes, we are going to be talking about cleaning without perfectionism, cooking with low energy, protecting your energy, routines with the baby and with older children if you have some. I have one. Activities for children and enjoying those activities, same as a parental surviving routine. Boundaries with your family and how to set up the boundaries with your family, how to protect your marriage after children, after maternity leave. What about the intimacy in your marriage once you have to go back to work? Intimacy in general is a very difficult topic, and yes, we will also here address the elephant in the room. What about your mental load also, and identity after maternity leave? You will see, and probably you already see it in your life also, that you cannot continue doing everything the old way. And this series will not be about perfect motherhood and about productivity hacks and tips and tricks. No, it will be more about a sustainable system, about yes, protecting your energy and keeping yourself in the picture. And over the next 14 videos we are going to build a system together, not perfect system but a realistic one. And by the end of this series my goal is simple. I want you to feel more supported at home than when you started. Please tell me in the comments what surprised you most after returning to work. I hope you stay with me through the next videos, and second video in this series that is coming just after this one is going to be about the cleaning system, bare minimum system for working mothers. So see you there.